everyone, Rezone here, and today we have a 15 pack of mini racers based on the Cars movies from Cars 1, Cars 2, and Cars 3. So let's get this package opened up. If you're using a knife, be careful, and if you're a child, get parent supervision. Okay. So now that we got the package opened, here are the 15 cars. The package comes with back red cardboard piece. And we'll start with Mater. So Mater is the main character in Cars 2. We see Mater here. He's also in Cars 1. He's a pretty prominent character, like McQueen's best friend. And he's in his rusty normal form. And here's a police car. This is ATB. He's part of the Demolition Derby in Cars 3. And you can see him with a bunch of other more like worn down cars who've been beaten up a lot, since that's what the Demolition Derby was about. And this one over here is Natalie Certain. Natalie Certain is a statistician in Cars 3 who's with Chick Hicks, and they basically report about the races and who has a high chance of winning. Okay, next we'll go with Sally, another Radiator Springs car like Mater. Sally is Lightning McQueen's love interest in the movies, and she's also based on a Porsche. Next up, we'll go with another Demolition Derby racer. This is Blind Spot, number 10. And like ATB there, he's a bit more worn out. You can see a bunch of dents all over him. In fact, on the back, it says Dent Me. And yeah, they're both part of the Demolition Derby in Cars 3. Next up, we have Luigi. Another Radiator Springs car. He owns the Casadea tires in Cars 1 and also the rest of the Cars movies in Radiator Springs. And he's a huge Ferrari fan. Next up, we're going to go with Ramon, who we saw in a previous video. And Ramon here has the same Louise Butte attire for the Radiator Springs version. We also have one of Cars 1 fan favorites, the King. He is the Dynaco racer in Cars 1. He's a seasoned veteran, and he retires in the movie, with Lightning McQueen helping him finish his last race. Here we have a variant of Cruz Ramirez from Cars 3. This is the Demolition Derby variant. We can see that she has muddy decals because of the Demolition Derby's muddy track. And here we have Chick Hicks in his Cars 1 HTV Hostile Takeover Bank paint job, and that's because he was the Cars 1 racer for that sponsor. He is part of the three-way tie with the King, who we saw previously as the Dynaco racer, and with Lightning McQueen. And he's also a reporter later on in Cars 3 with Natalie Certain, who's the red car in the front. And next, we're gonna go with Cars 2 Lightning McQueen. And Cars 2 Lightning McQueen is that's his main racing uniform from Cars 2, where he's in the World Grand Prix with Francesco Bernoulli and many others. And he ends up winning the Italian race as well. And he's technically like the tied winner with Francesco, although it is unfinished at the end. Next, we have Jackson Storm, the Igniter Next Gen racer. He's the main antagonist in Cars 3 for at least the racing parts of the movie. And he races Cruz Ramirez and Lightning McQueen on multiple occasions. So next, we have another Cars 2 World Grand Prix racer. And that one is Carla Veloso. She races for Brazil in number 8, and she's one of the World Grand Prix racers who gets 3rd place in the Tokyo race alongside Lightning McQueen, who got 1st, and Francesco, who's not in the set, but he gets 2nd. Okay, next up We have a special edition Shu Todoroki, another World Grand Prix racer who is from Japan. He's number 7, and if we look closely, he has silver decals in the front to recognize him as a special rendition. And he also has dragon red decals on the sides. And last but certainly not least, a fan favorite character, Doc Hudson, number 51 from Cars 1, also the crew chief of Lightning McQueen. And he's one of the main characters in the first movie. His actor Paul Newman passed away later on, and that's why he wasn't seen in Cars 2. But in Cars 3, we do get a bunch of flashbacks of him. So all in all, that's all 15 cars we have here today. We have a bunch from Cars 1, Cars 2, and Cars 3. With Doc Hudson, who I just showed you all the way on the left. Next to him in white is Shu Todoroki, Carlo Veloso, and Lightning McQueen on the right, the 3 World Grand Prix racers in the set. We have Natalie Certain right behind in red, and she's the statistician alongside Chick Hicks all the way to the left in the back. We have the King a bit in the front in light blue. Behind him, 2 Demolition Derby cars, ATV and Blind Spot, and all the way in the back, also Cruz Ramirez in her Demolition Derby form. We have Mater in the middle, Sally and Luigi and Ramon, who are all from Radiator Springs. And lastly, we also have Jackson Storm. Thanks for watching, and please remember to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. Bye everyone.